Steve here coming at you with Banner Knowledge Bowling's next Pro Tip Tuesday. But I have that request. You're not a subscriber, please do so. And get a friend to subscribe. Let's grow the channel. Let's spread the knowledge. Alright, let's jump right into it. I want to wrap up the targeting. So, let's go back. I started off showing the feel side of the game, the artist side of the game, where I was trying to explain how I see the target line. And then I went into the math or the tactician side of the game where I'm crunching the numbers and I'm trying to slide on a correct board to throw it down a correct line. I'm often asked, Steve, which is the right way to go? Should I be more the tactician or should I be more the artist? And I'm here to tell you, you need to do what's right for you, and I personally will drift back and forth between them. There are some days where I'm feeling it and I'm going to do with the feels that I have and I'm going to look at that visual target. And there are other times where I need to do the math. I want to start on this board, slide on this board, and go down that target line. And then throughout the competition, I'll go back and forth. Do what's right for you. Your mind knows what it wants. And if you're getting the results that you're after, run down that path. When I practice, I certainly use both. I use the math and I make sure that what I'm feeling, the artist side of me, matches up with the math, the actual target of what I'm trying to do. So it's okay to drift between the two. Most people have a favorite way of doing it, and it's absolutely the right thing to do. But always remember the other side so that you can check yourself. Another thing that I should explain is I often talked about when I was looking down at the pins, drawing the line through the exit point through my visual target, I often talked about drawing a line. Well, here's a tip. I actually don't draw a line. I draw like a big trough. I don't want anything very exact and very hard to fit where I feel like I'm trying to bowl in a phone booth or throw the ball through a window. I see a big trough. So when I'm drawing that line, I'm actually drawing a trough with a dark color at the bottom, and it gets lighter and lighter as it goes up. I actually see that, and I try to go down that trough. I feel like if I stare down a target or I try to hit an exact line, I get careful and I kind of guide it. I've often said I throw the best shot when my mind lets go of trying and I just do. I just go down the line. So I really make sure that I get into the correct position, and then I just let my training go. And I think that's the key. If you want control, oddly enough, you got to give it up. So put yourself in the right position, get yourself on the right boards, trust your training, trust what you practice, and know that you're going to go down that line. So that goes into the way that I look at the target. Again, I don't like to stare the target down. I like to say I look at the target with soft eyes. Sometimes I look at the target, sometimes I look a little beyond the target, other times I'll look in front of the target. I'm going to do what feels right and what is working for me. And if it's not working, I'll make a change. But here's the key. I practice all of it. And when you're under competition, when you're under the gun and you have to perform, you want that practice. You want that so that you can rely on that, so that you know, okay, staring down that target, I'm feeling like I'm trying to be careful and I'm trying to guide it. Sometimes I soften my eyes, maybe I'll look a little past that visual target, and then I just try to put myself in the right position and go. So this is the key. Learn how you are going to target, learn the ways that make you the best at it, and then adjust the way that you need to go given the situation. I feel like there are times where we as bowlers, we get locked into one way of doing it or one way of thinking. And when you're under competition and you're moving lanes and things are changing, you have to adapt to the circumstances that you're facing at that moment and the mental circumstances that you're feeling at the time. So I always feel like targeting is that mix between the tactician and the artist in all of us. And we need to navigate that given what's in front of us, the condition we're facing, and how we're feeling within our mental game. So my best advice for you is we'll check out these episodes. We'll talk about the targeting. Put your, comments and questions below, but figure out what works for you. How can you target, and how can you change those target lines to adapt to the changing conditions, so that when you're in your tournaments that we can get back to striking more, so that you can make cuts, get cashes, make cuts, and make it to the finals and win those tournaments. Hope this helped. Thanks a lot, and we'll come back next week with a new Pro Tip Tuesday. Thanks.